Well, good evening everybody and welcome back to FTRL. We are 7 weeks down, which means there is just 3 weeks to go of season 25, so we are very much in the business end of the season now. The last few chances for the drivers to contribute points towards both the drivers, division and overall teams standings. God's sake, Goose. We are here this weekend at the Grand Valley Highway, the reimagined version of the legendary circuit back from the original Gran Turismo, making, I believe, its second appearance overall. It is a sprint week, so we have 3 races for you tonight, starting off with our F1 style qualifying in 3 sections, so cars then heading out onto track for part 1, quali 1. Leading us around is Zombart this time himself. Having said that, he's having a race with Goy down the hill then to see who gets track position. Goy then edging in front down the hill. The race action has started early, and Goy Kart then has hit the front, so they head around them. So then we are qualifying tonight on the south layout, which is the short version. However, the 3 races, the 3 sprint races, will be on the full Grand Valley Highway circuit. As ever, the first part of qualifying and the second part are on the medium tyres only, while quali 3 for the drivers who get through will be on the softs. We will lose 3 drivers from quali 1. We will lose 4 drivers from quali 2. Is it 4 and 3? Can't remember which way around it is. It's been a while. Absolutely. And then the top 8 will go into the qualifying shootout for pole position. And we're going to go on board then with the returning star of last week at the high speed ring, Goy Kart, for a lap then of Grand Valley. So here we go then, down to the start finish straight we go, up the hill. The line left hand Cressy looking for the 300 brake marker, pulling down the gearbox into the hairpin then. Try and touch that inside curve, then we're all the way out to the bridge on the outside. We'll start plummeting down the hill. Now the full layout will go left here, we are heading right. And there's a very tricky downhill section here, then you've got to tuck it in here. The track drops away, so you enjoy the circuit there, and you can get a penalty there, but nicely through there. The Goy, the track undulating there, right up against the wall, sliding the rear to the right-hander. Trying to keep it on this narrow layout there. Dust on either side there will penalise you. Around the hairpin and into the tunnel. Out the other side, then the full layout goes left here, but we're going straight out of them right. So they tucked in nicely to the right hand side. Then for the left hander, this one tightens on exit there, and Goy's about to find out there as he catches the dirt on the inside. And then to this long hairpin into the tunnel. And now it is just foot to the floor. Left hand side there, use the undulation of the circuit to pick up the speed. And now as they sprint then to the line, what time are we going to set on the board first? It's going to be a 1 minute 8.1 from Goy Kart. LB is quickly beaten by Sir Goose and Zom. Goy was one of the stars last week at the high speed ring, but it was victory for this man Sir Goose in the Lamborghini. He went head to head with Goy and with Odon, and what a battle it was then at the high speed ring. 75 laps, it was a long old slog. The rain came to play as well, just to throw a little spanner in the works for everybody. Made it extra spicy, but what a race it was, and Goose there was victorious in that one. In fact, he doubled up there. In fact, he doubled up because it was Lamborghini victory in the GT1 as well with unsafe release. So Lamborghinis were the car to have last week. So what a battle it was. What a return from Goy Kart to get P2, and Odon as well looked like he might be on for his first win at one point, but he faded to 3rd in the end. Still great points from him. Top 4 currently covered by 64 thousandths of a second. Fever then has assumed pole position after the first runs. Zom in 2nd. Goose in 3rd. Of course, Zom last week in that Peugeot was struggling. The Peugeots last week were absolutely nowhere. Goy Kart goes provisional pole. Oh, Goy Kart. The man possessed on his return to FTRL. Goose going 2nd with his next run. He's ended up still 66. He got closer to pole position. He's now 61,000. So he was 61,000. Beaver just nails a 7 flat. Goes back to the top of the pile. Yeah, the Peugeots last week were struggling. Fever as well, and that Subaru was not maybe the car to have, although he did a really good job to salvage P4. It was very much a mid-engine car track last week. Top 3. He's looking in there, he's all over the shop there with the lag. It's out of his way of his teammates. Yeah, it was a great drive there from from Goose, from Goy, and from Odon. They were your podium last week after 75 laps of the high speed ring. Fever got 4th, Switchback got 5th there despite a couple of spins, including on the first lap at turn 2, throwing away first position right down to the back of the grid. Another spin later on. Odon goes second, however Mikey immediately jumps him, but none of them are anywhere near Fever's time. He still has a 3/10 of a second gap to the pack. As Royston improves to an 8.7. So it's Fever from Mikey, from Odon, Goy, Sagu, Som, Andy, Glyn, Johnny Boy in 9th. They're going well. That's his session done there. Royston in 10th, Jonesy in 11th. He's the last. I'm not sure how we're doing it because we're missing a few people. So Jonesy improves to 10th then, so that should see him through. Royston's finished. Derek's finished. Nobby Norris has finished as well. I imagine it's going to be 3 and 2, maybe 2 in the first part. I'm not quite sure how they're doing it. We're missing a couple of people, unfortunately. So qualifying 1 done. Nobby Norris is definitely out, and I think Derek might be out as well. So whether or not Royston's gone with him, it would have been 3 or 2 in qualifying 1. I'm not quite sure. We'll see. Somebody in the lobby will tell us. Of course, that's just qualifying 1 done. And it's a only man's 1-2 at the minute then. Goose has gone second. This final run, not that it matters, it's just about getting through at this point. And that is quality 1 then. So Faber goes through fastest ahead of Sir Goose, Mikey in 3rd, Odon 4th, Goy behind him in 5th, Som in 6th, Andy 7th, Glyn in 8th, Johnny Boy in 9th, Jonesy in 10th. They're definitely through. Homer is standing in for Zach tonight, so he hasn't qualified, so he's 1 out. And I think Sean might be coming in to fill in for Joe Burns, but we shall see. He might join the lobby a little bit late. Royston 11th, Derek was 12th, Nobby was 13th, so it might be 2 out in this one and 3 out in the next. Yes, 2 out there. So Derek and Nobby Norris are out then, so the Lancer, they're not the car to have around here, it seems. Derek had a good run, well, was having a good run. In fact, both of them were having good runs, but had spins last week, so the Mitsubishis didn't quite fulfill their potential. Nobby Norris not a fan of this circuit, so a little bit off the pace there in qualifying, so might not be his week to start. As we get ready then for qualifying 2. Be another 5-minute session again on the medium tyres. Unsafe practice. Unsafe practice has been 4 days on daily receipt. Well, I mean, you'd be braced for all weather conditions, at least. Qualifying, so we'll start in 24 seconds time then. So, in the meantime, let's have a look then at the standings, and we'll start with the team standings, because the team standings is where it is very, very interesting at the moment. Let me get the standings up. We have 3 teams covered by 23 points at the top of it. We've got Tom and some Mongs first on 1,074 points. In second place is Only Mans after their double win last week on 1,061. And they are 10 points ahead of a bunch of Tools who are third on 151. So that is how close it is then with 3 rounds to go. Further back then you've got Quick Fit on 854. And Auto Trader Racing on 831.5, so a battle on 4th place as well in the team standings. Then as the overall standings in GT2, Fever continues to lead the way on 262 points, comfortably ahead of Odon now, who's up to 2nd then. What a season he's having, 211 points. Sagoosh jumped up to 3rd with his victory last time out, he's on 209. In 4th place we've got Andy, who's been Mr. Consistent, then he's on 200. In 5th place is Switchback on 194 points ahead of Derek, who's on 186.5. Half a point ahead of Glyn, who's on 180. Sorry, 1.5 points ahead of Glyn, who's on 185. Nobby Norris then is 6th on 183, I believe. So lays on 163. Just ahead of his teammate Mikey, who is on 160. And Zomlar, who's on 158.5. Royston on 120, just behind them. Then it's Jonesy in the Ferrari, finally getting to grips with that Ferrari, then having a couple of good results last time out. In 88, and Hans, who unfortunately left now, he's got 88 points. Beach is next on 84, and Max's score, which was 61, has been taken over by Goy Karp, who got 42 last week, and then returned to the championship he had. And Joe Burns back then on 21.5. In the divisional standings, so Pro, Pro-Am and Am. In the Pro category, Fever leading the way, as he is overall, on 77 points, with Andy in second on 61. Got switched back then on 54.5 points. We've got Royston on 39 and Jonesy on 29 in the Pro. In Pro-Am, Derek McDonald leads the way on 63.5 points, ahead of Mikey on 59. Glyn is on 57 in third, then Joe Burns is on 41 in fourth, with Goy Karp on 10 after returning last time out. And then in the Am category, that's the Goose leading the way on 64 points, now tied with Odon then after last week. So they're both on 64 then, so they've got 3 races to sort that one out. Zom is behind them on 54.5, with Nobenos on 50 and Beach on 27. So that is the standings coming into week 8. And so we've got Grand Valley, we've got Trial Mountain to come. Where's the other side? So the line then for the first part of qualifying, it's a 107.4 from Sir Goose then, so that is just a 10th off his best time from the last session, and he's done that straight out of the blocks then. So Sir Goose into the groove immediately. Just a 10th behind him, then Odon a 10th further back. The back gap to Glyn then in 4th. We've got Jonesy right behind him, so those two have not separated themselves very well. Mikey then just pops himself into 3rd. This week is Spa, next week of course, and then Trial Mountain around off the season, that was all. Let's once again Fever to the top of the pile with a 1.72, a couple of tenths down on his fastest lap from Quali 1, but that should probably be enough to see him through immediately. However, he is intent on going faster. Continues to go faster than Mikey there, out of the way. Goose then retakes fastest lap over there, 1.71. That was quicker than he went in Quali 1, so Sir Goose is in the groove now as well. Can Fever respond? It's once again an only man's 1-2. A 1.78, that's good enough for 6th place. Feature the clean sweep, says Lennon. Well, we're going to find out if he can respond. The answer is, of course he can. Of course he can. 1.071 goes 13 thousandths ahead of Goose, who has a half-second penalty. And that might then. Oh, look at the spin as well. Oh, he's right on the racing line there as well. It's not the place to be. Should be through though. Odin's got through to 3rd meanwhile. So 4th then, who's on the bubble at the minute? Then Johnny Boy, Jonesy and Royston are the 3 in danger. Royston's got a 6/10 of a second gap to find as well to Andy in the other BMW, so the speed is there in that car. He is 2 and a bit tenths up. He's going to the final sector. No, this will be his final lap, so he might, if he hustles, he might get another lap in here, but he needs to do something on this lap, I think. He wants to get through. Otherwise it's going to be a P9 for him for race 1. Seconds, he's going to be right on the bubble here. Improves, but it's not enough. And that is his session done then, so Royston is out. Johnny Boy improves up to 10th, then jumps ahead of Jonesy, who is still battling with Glyn. I feel like these two have been together all session. Jonesy, leave him alone. The whole track. Oh, contact. Oh, dirt. Oh, what the... What's happened to Glyn's car? Oh dear. Absolute filth from Jonesy there. Let's get some abuse in the chat for Jonesy, please. Binning somebody in qualifying, absolutely disgusting behaviour. So Fever looks like he has got done there. Zom's also got a half-second penalty then, so hold on then, coming around, he might improve still. Mikey's finished, 5 guys is finished, Zom's done, Glyn's parked up. It is then just Odon. Can he improve with his final run? He does not. Just 2/10 off pole position, so Odon looking strong again this week. His continued improvement. Very good to see. I think we should give it to him equally, Aaron, to be honest. Give him all some shit. So let's give Jonesy and Mikey some shit in the chat, please. Everybody, give it your worst. I'll read out the best ones. So Grim there, despite that contact with Jonesy, is safely through. So going through into Quali 3 then, we've got Fever, Goose, Odon, Mikey, Goy, Zom, Glyn and Andy. Oh, is it disgusting? I don't think I want to hear it, to be honest. So Fever going through there, just 13,000. It's going to be what looks like it's going to be an only man's battle for the front then, unless Odon and Mikey can find a couple of tenths to get involved. Those two also very close together. Goy, another solid effort from him, goes through P5, just ahead of Zom. And then Glyn and Andy going through also close together. So everybody sort of paired up a little bit there. You've got Goose and Fever close together. Odon and Mikey, Goy and Zom, and Glyn and Andy. All there within a few hundredths of a second of each other. So super tight. Once again, Royston, Johnny and Jonesy, the 3 drivers eliminated. I heard that Mikey tried to teabag Charlotte and she branded him. Absolutely. And so then we get set for Quali 3, then the switch over then to the soft tyres for our 3rd and final part of qualifying. Good question. Now you've got me parched for a cup of tea. You want to say, why have you said that? And SPY is into the room then, so SPY is back with us. He then will take over for Joe Burns, so we'll have our full quota of 15 drivers for the races. Then Homer and Sean will be starting at the back from each race, of course filling in for GT2 drivers. Do I get a run lead? I could do. Maybe I will. Maybe I will before the race. For the bit I've got an orange juice. You're a metaphor, and so. Should I say a meta-whore? Nope. So an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. That. So then, Quali 3 about to get underway. This is then how we will... I can't say I'm not going to be disgraces. Have you had much of your fancy exotic, I said erotic liqueurs? Liqueurs, Sean. That'll definitely help. Start necking like creme de menthe or something. Cars on the way, and Fever has assumed track position. That'll be key for him. The clean track ahead of him. Dirty air to worry about. And of course, they are now on the soft tyres, as everybody remembered. And indeed, giving himself plenty of clear air at the back. Fever coming around them. Let's go on board with the maestro himself, championship leader. Doing a hard carry for Team Only Mans for a good chunk of the season. Goose and Unsafe stepping up last week. In fact, all 3 Only Mans cars did a superb job last week at high speed rhythm. So here we go then. Up on board with Fever then. See a slightly wider entry there. Apexes nicely then all the way out to the curve on the outside. Times into the low sixes. Big stamp on the brakes, so you can see how much the track drops away there over that crest then, fling it in. Very neat and tidy there. Zom is very close behind. You can see it in the mirrors and the camera in the middle of the screen there. So is Goose. These three are all sort of trying to benefit from the slipstream, I think, there, these two. Even just doing it on his own. A little bit into the middle of the road there. Wait at this corner to get the car rotated. You see him going wide in. He stayed wide actually, didn't quite get back to the apex there, so we got quite the optimal line there from Fever. Zom tucked underneath him here. Right, Zom and Goose be benefiting. Zom has dropped away a little bit at the final here. What is the lap time on the board from Fever? It's a 6.7. Zom goes fastest though. Just behind him then. So Zom when it matters, 106.5 from him. Great lap there. Odon goes third. As Mikey goes second, just 2 thousandths then. So the Peugeots have suddenly come to play. 2 thousandths of a second between Zom and Mikey then. And Zom's going quicker still, 11 thousandths up on the best time, which is his. Glynn's in 6th at the minute, just behind Goose. Got Odin slightly to 4th, going 7th. And Andy in 8th after the first runs. Zom was the first one. He's lost some time in the middle sector though. What about Mikey behind him? P2. Power slip to indeed, yeah. And Mikey's down 4 tenths. Can Zom benefit from Fever's slipstream? I think he's fallen out of it now. Goose, however, is right in Zom's slipstream. Of course, you are suffering dirty air all through the middle part of the lap. Look at the slipstream that Goose has got on Zom here. Is that going to benefit him? It does. He goes second. Fever goes fastest meanwhile. Oh, and Goose has passed Zom there. Qualifying is not ideal. There's been contact at turn 1. Fever and Goose have gone back to the top of the pile once again. So Fever fastest by 2.265 a second from Sir Goose. Zom down to 3rd. Mikey in 4th. Glynn is in 5th. Odon in 6th. Going 7th. Andy in 8th. He's got a half-second penalty as well. 3 tenths covering the top 4. In fact, 38 thousandths covers second to 4th. For Goose, Zom and Mikey are that close. Yeah, Fever is an absolute beast, isn't he? Gave Zom the slipstream on the first lap, but pulled away on that second lap there, and that was enough to give him pole running in clean air. In the Q3, absolutely. Oh, Fever is faster again. We will have contact. Zom is backwards in the tunnel, so Zom's session I think is over then. Not going to make it round as Mikey improve. Not on this lap, no. He's got one more run. Can go 1 and 5th. So only man's 1st, 2nd and 5th. Thomas and Mongs in 3rd. And Tools in 4th. And we've got the 2 Auto Trader cars 6th and 7th before the Thomas and Mong cars in 8th. And they have finished, and so Andy doesn't improve, he stays 8th. Boy stays 7th. Tom stays 3rd. Have we got any more time in him on this final run? Now the tunnel he comes. He's been superb so far. Can he go quicker? Surely not. Oh, he can. He finds another 7,000 there. It's not a big improvement, but it's still an improvement. Here comes Goose to the line behind him. It doesn't improve. Coming to the line. Can he improve on 4th? No, he can't. What about Glynn behind him in 5th? No improvement from him. Oh, it's finished. And there we go. And that is qualifying over and done with. And with inevitability, it is Fever Beaver on pole position from his teammates Sir Goose. Then you've got Zom and Mikey, the Peugeots, together on a row 2. Now watch out for them getting a lightning start. We know how quick that Peugeot is off the line. So watch to see if those two can split the only man's cars down to turn 1. We know that Subaru is not the best off the line. So we'll see who leads into turn 1. And Glyn, solid effort from him in 5th. Odon in 6th there. Maybe not quite realising the potential he had, because he had a really good quali 2. 2/10 off a pole, but finds himself 7/10 adrift in quali 3. Then Goit in 7th. And Andy in 8th there. Maybe not the BMW's best track. That then is qualifying over and done with then. So what will happen now? There'll be cancellation there. And we'll jump back into their cars. And the grid will be formed. Three-tenths of a head, yeah, absolutely. Monster gap there. 3/10 doesn't seem like a lot when you think it out loud, but in racing terms, 3/10 of a second is a massive advantage there. So then, the drivers are getting into their cars. So just looking some air. Mikey hasn't changed the track. So Mikey, we're on the wrong track. Mikey! There you go. No, that was me going back, wasn't it? Mikey hasn't changed the track. And when it finishes loading. Eventually. Or what is this weird man? Move off the south layout onto the full highway layout, then there we go. We're going to go out. There we go. Layout. I was then heading out onto the track then to get a bit of time on the track. Odo has immediately binned it at turn 1. Goose is drifting. Track tyres, so this is then the full layout. Then we go down the sweeping S's section. You can see off to the left there. Easy to get that part of the corner wrong there. You can run deep. Yes, it'll be Homer and Sean, because they're GT1 drivers and they're filling in. They have to use 2 sets of hards and 1 set of mediums tonight. Tricky double left-hander here. Into the section we've just been on in quali. Double right-hander into the hairpin. Dirt there. Right in the dirt there. He's going around. He's having an accident. Pick up with Sean then, who's carrying on. Goes into the left-hander here. It's got half points as well, yes, a half point. So anybody from GT1 who fills in GT2 in Sprint Week has 2 sets of hards and 1 set of medium. Of course, the GT2 regulars have 2 sets of mediums and 1 set of softs they have to use over the 3 races. So it's whichever order they want to use them. It's completely up to them. It's come into the tunnel. You've got to wait for the car in. Very easy to flick the back out in as they come out the tunnel there. And this section here is very easy to get penalties as well. It's a very narrow, tight chicane. And here then the speed starts to build. Last time we were at this particular layout, GT2, GT1, it was victory for a certain Mr. FTRL Panda in the Benesis, as it was affectionately nicknamed from pre-season. So yeah, 3 races, all of them 10 laps. First race, of course, will be dictated by the grid that's just been set by qualifying. Race 2 will be a finishing order from race 1, and then race 3 will be a reverse grid from the race 2. So someone slips at the inside then, so Sean sending it on them, going deep. 5 seconds then, we will be underway. I'd say the soft tyres should just about last here. I have seen some races where they've had to stop. Soft tyres can be coerced to the end of this one, I believe. So once they get into the race lobby, we'll see who's on what tyre. Have a quick look around and see what he's on now. It might give us an idea. Let's be why he's on the hards. He's on the mediums. Race 1, he's on the soft tyre. Norris is on the soft tyre, so he's going to be looking to make some progress. Corey's on the mediums. Homer on the hards. Derek's on the medium tyres. So is Johnny Boy. Soft tyres for Goose. You'd expect him starting at the front. Som's on the soft tyre. Again, another one at the front end. Fever's on softs. Royston's on softs. Andy's on mediums. Mikey was on mediums. There we go. Right, so 10 laps ahead of us. Fever, Goose, Som, Mikey, Glyn, Odon, Goy, Andy, Royston, Johnny Boy, Jonesy, Derek, Nobby, Sean and Homer. That's your 15. We've got 3, 4 and 5 red lights. Race 1 is go. Watch for those Peugeots off row 2. It's been an okay start from Fever, but Zom's got a great launch then. He's already ahead of Sir Goose as they run up towards turn 1. He's challenging Fever, who holds the inside. Zom to the outside, then round the outside he goes and into the lead. Fever, they're still on the tight line. He's going to take the place back, is he? Yes, he does. And Goose is fighting back now in the battle for second, and he's back ahead of Zom. They head down the S's for the first time. It's side by side for second place. That's brave through the S's, and Zom thinks better of it. Drops back in, dumps the wheel into the dirt there. They break them for the hairpin for the first time. Oh, Odon, so is Goy. Steaming down the inside. There's big contact there. Forces the Goose out wide. Goose has a catches a big slide. Oh, Mikey's round. Zom's tipped him around to a spin. And it's an only man's 1, 2, 3. Fever's immediately run away, Fever. It's all he's going to do anyway. But Glyn has come through the second, and Goose has got back to third then. Oh, it was Goy Carp who missed his braking point for the hairpin, steamed down the inside, whacked into the side of Sir Goose. Did very well to not spin Goose around. Goose very well to survive that. But it cost some time, and then Mikey and Zom got together. Zom's got a half-second penalty for the track limit, probably. And we just caught the end there, and Mikey going around. Whether or not there was contact with Zom, or he had a spin on his own. Zom has carried on, so maybe Mikey did just go around on his own. We'll find out post-race. Nobby Norris has come through to 6th then, so he's brought one of Royston's in 7th, then Andy in 8th place still. Johnny Boy's in 9th, got Derek with him in 10th. Homer's up to 11th. Jones is in 12th, Sean's 13th, Mikey down in 14th, and Goy down in 50th. Then those two having big dramas on lap 1. Fever has a 2.2 second lead then, so we could probably write this one off. Oh, he's not got a penalty. It's Sir Goose has got a half-second penalty in P3. So it looked like Glyn was letting him by across the bridge, but Glyn is still in P2. Goose up behind him then. Odon, the one that giving chase, and so the front 4 have made a bit of a gap here after all that carnage. Zom served his half-second penalty, so he's now trying to close back in again. Royston into 6th, then Nobby 7th, and within 8th. We've got Homer in 9th, hasn't it? Homer making great progress on those hard tyres in the Mazda. Filling in for switchback. There he is. The hard tyres are a lot better race tyre now. Here's the update. Goose is faster than you. Derek, Johnny will go 111. Josie then battling with Sean for P12. He's got ahead of Mikey, who's got himself a half-second penalty and is off the circuit. And spits the barriers over there, cones as well. Oh God, it's chaos. Mikey littering as he goes. That's a £50 fine. Well, Odon has caught onto the back of Goose and Glyn. Goose is about to serve his half-second penalty here, so Glyn pulls to the inside. Goose going for the slipstream. Now, does he have enough of a gap to hold off Odon as they get into the breakers over the tunnel? Odon to the outside. I think Goose might hold him off here. Odon trying to send it around the outside. Holds on then, so still an only man's 1, 2, 3, but Zom is right there now as well, so you've got 5 then who have made a bit of a gap to the rest of the field. I'll say a bit of a gap. Fever's got a gap of his own. He's off and running, so we probably won't see much of Fever because he is usually very quick and very good at not making mistakes. Oh, Goose has got another half-second penalty. He's getting it at that chicane at the end there. We'll show you next time around where I think he's getting it then. Fever 48.9. Lap of the race. So Odin's on the medium tyre, so he's not going to have any tyre worries in this one. 3 cars ahead of him are all on softs, so they are just going to have to look after those tyres a little bit. Tom's also on the soft tyre, but we know the Peugeot is very careful on its tyres, so he should be okay. Royston now in 6th and trying to give chase. He's got a nice big gap back to the pack. That's led by Norris. Oh, Andy Wide kicks up some dirt. He's had to lift off now, and here comes Homer round the outside. And into 8th place he goes, but then goes deep at the hairpin, and he's back up the inside. Tyre screen in the background. Who was that? It was Sean. It was Johnny Boy and Jonesy, so the 3 quick fit cars in formation. Like 3 delayed Ryanair flights. We've got recovering Goy giving chase, and Mikey a little bit further back. And been destroying the scenery last time around. Onto the bridge we come again. Odon's dropped back a little bit again, so Goose will serve his penalty. But let's go on board with Goose then. So come through this tunnel here. So this next little chicane is really tight, and if you touch the bollards, you get a half-second penalty. So it's very tricky chicane here. You've got to be careful. After that, a bit of a slide that catches it, but yeah, no, it's okay. You got away with it this time. But that's where I think he was getting his half-second penalties from. But he survived this time. No penalties. Phoebe leading by 3.5 seconds. So don't have to worry about him. He's off running. Glenn's having a great race here. He wasn't feeling overly confident coming into this one in the team chat, but coming P2, 2-second gap back to Goose. Meanwhile, Zom has gone past Odon, but Odon is coming back at him up the start-finish straight. Then got the slipstream, takes the racing line. Zom's got the inside though for the hairpin. He's going to go for a Zom bomb. He's up the inside though. It's controlled. Odon trying to hang on around the outside though. This move is not done yet. Still side by side as they get into the S's. Let's go on board. Going to give it to him now. Zom gets through. We're driving from those two there, realising it was not worth having a car crash. Going through the S's then. We have to fight another day. Still got more than half of this race to go. So what can Zom do now? He's into 4th then. Royston go well in 6th. He is catching Odon and Zom, who've been battling a little bit. So maybe not being an absolute BMW track. Royston having a really good run so far. Leading driver for the bunch of tools. Norris in P7 just behind him. Okay, it's still in 8th. He's got Andy just behind him, but Andy's got a half-second penalty. Derek there just behind them. He will take over his teammate. Kicks up a load of dirt on the outside there. Jonesy's now head of this quick fit battle as Goy and Mikey have got ahead of both Johnny Boy and SVY. We'll get a quote. We'll get somebody in the party to get a quote from Goy about that between races. People on his way 4.2 seconds to the good, making this look very easy. As Aaron just said, Glyn deserves a lot of credit. Really improved over the course of this season, especially that Nissan. And now I am a big Nissan. Anybody that knows me knows I'm a massive Nissan GTR fanboy. But this is the 13 car, not the 18 version. So this car is not great on BOP at the minute, but Glyn has put in some stunning drives this season. We have a quote from Goy. A live quote from the man who caused the skittling incident at turn 1 at the hairpin on that one. Goose then has got Zom giving chase. The gap is 1.2. He's now just under a second ahead of Odon. They managed to just peg Royston's charge. The gap's now back up to 3 seconds. He is also 3 seconds ahead of Nobby. He's got a half-second penalty. Then Hober in 8th, going really well. Despite starting at the back on those hard tyres, he's avoided all the chaos on lap 1. Derek, as expected, got ahead of Andy on that last lap as he served his penalty. Andy still there with him. Jonesy's got Mikey and Goy giving chase. Aaron, can we get a live quote of what happened to Mikey as well? Was he tapped into a spin or did he drop it himself? Well, Mikey's got a half-second penalty from somewhere. Exploring the track limits. It was a good camera angle, it saw it coming. Oh. And then harassing Jonesy, however, he's about to drop away as he'll serve his half-second penalty. Oh, Jonesy spins! As Sean wraps up Johnny Boy and the 3 quick fit cars. And Johnny Boy gets a half-second penalty for his trouble as well. And then goes through the recovering Jonesy, who drops all the way down to 15th then after that spin. We got back ahead of Mikey there and all that. In a bit of no man's land then. How's this battle for P3 going? Oh, Goose has got that gap. Bomb how my tyres are done. Oh dear. Well, up front, Phoebe's lead is 6 seconds. He is comfortably cruising at the foot of this one, and he can now look after those tyres. He's got the fastest lap of the race as well, 48.2. Doing really well in second place. Goose is closing in a little bit. Those tyres are looking a little bit second hand, so he'll need to be careful by the end of this race. Goose's rear tyres, catching the wall there. Goose needs to be careful as well, throwing the rear of that car around. That's going to get very slidey by the end of this race. He's very much still there, 1.4 seconds back with Odon still just under a second, so the top 5 are nice and clear now. Royce is now 5.8 seconds back. A slow lap last time around, a 51.3. So he went off a little bit somewhere. Homer has passed Nobby, who has dropped away. What's happened to Nobby Norris? Oh, Nobby Norris, 208.3. Oh, he's pitted. Nobby Norris then has pitted, so he could not get his soft tyres to last. He's now pushing to try and catch back up again. Oh, Homer! Oh. Almost ends up in the wall, almost did a Jonesy there, but kept it out of the wall. However, he's now got Derek all over him. Derek's up the inside, so Homer can't hold the apex on those hard tyres. Derek is through into the tricky chicane. Thread your way through there. And you're now right there, so Homer is now the meat in a Tom and some Mongs sandwich. Andy on either side of him. You see Goy and Mikey there in the background. Mitsubishi is no slouch in a straight line. We've seen that Mazda also got great top speed. That BMW is probably not going to feature in this one, I fear. Needs to start finish straight anyway. So we're closing back in again, but Andy on the brakes there, homing back in again. That BMW is so stable on the brakes. They're making a bags of time. Sliding the rear, then as he gets the power down, giving chase as they start plummeting down the hill. Picked his way nicely through the 7th. Below par qualifying from him. Maybe not quite Mitsubishi tracks, or Nobby struggling as well, so maybe just not a circuit. There's Homer there running a little bit wide. Andy thought about looking at the inside there, but Homer getting back to the racing line in time. Rear in there a little bit. Further back than Goy has Mikey a little bit, and Mikey's round again. A moment of his own and a half-second penalty for his trouble. SBY coming through. Take his beloved P11 away. A half-second penalty, Jonesy and Nobby Norris, who's flying back through again on those fresh tyres. Up front, Fever absolutely cruising. 8.9 seconds to the good now. Glynn and Goose circulating together, but Glynn's front left tyre is looking very, very second-hand. He's got his brake bias back. 3 laps to do on that tyre. Not going to pit though. Goose's rear is looking about the same. So these two are on the cusp. You can see being at the back there, Zom and that Peugeot. Those tyres are absolutely fine. Doing a good job on tyre, and of course, Ode on the lead driver on the mediums. Can Goose and Glynn hold on? Those tyres going to last. It's about 20 seconds here for a pit stop. Just tyres in and outside. Oh, Zom's wide there, kicks up some dirt through the S's. Get a penalty for that. Oh no, he has half-second penalty for Zom, and he goes deep as well. Got dirt on his tyres, and Odon thinks about looking at the inside. Odon on the tight line off the hairpin. Zom will hold position. Still got dirt on his tyres. He's drifting up a little bit there, but gets the car stopped then. We'll start to clean up now. Goose is sideways ahead of him. The rear of that Lamborghini is starting to get very, very slippery. Now, in saving grace, there's a big gap back to Royston. It's now 9 seconds behind Odon, and Derek is catching him. He's bringing Homer with him as well, and Andy. The car also recovering. his earlier dramas. I still had a Mikey. And absolutely no chance they get the other 2 laps, is it? So nice to see. Do Goose Glyn have to pit late on? So I think if they pitted, it's about done. Goose is about done as well. Odon has wrapped up Zom. Zom is trying to fight back. Battling is definitely helping Glyn and Goose as much as it can do. They're persevering. They are going to be very slippery in these last 2 laps then. It's going to be very much coasting around these right hand corners. Odon has held off Zom into turn 1 then, so Odon has got a great chance of a podium here. He's back in his traditional also trader colours this week. And the Deadpool livery for the last 2 weeks. It's back in the team corporate colours. Oh, Goose is sideways. Lamborghini snapping. Zom's got another half-second penalty. So Zom is racking up the penalties, and that's cost him a chance here. I think possibly a podium. He might still get it. 2 cars ahead of him. He's got much significantly worse tyres. Now nearly 10 seconds back of this battle, so Homer's got back ahead of Derek. And he's there. He's got another 4-way scrap here, so we've got a 4-way battle for 2nd and a 4-way battle for 6th as well. Royston ahead of Homer with Derek and Andy. Always trying to get on terms as well. Then we've got SBY, Jonesy and Nobby. Mikey's had another drama. He's down to 14th place again. Johnny boys. Would I rather have no front? No, probably no front. I think that's easier to manage. You can just coast around corners a little bit. Odon then has got Goose, who is just drifting around now. That tyre is gone. Odon then, I think, will get P2 here because Glyn's front tyre is all but done. It's Bono, my tyres are done for Goose, then he's just going to have to coast it around. He's got a big gap behind him, so he should be able to get around this. Odon then through the tunnel, takes P2. Odon has driven this race absolutely perfect. Bided his time at the back of this pack of soft runners. He's not going to catch Fever unless Fever has a big accident up ahead, but Odon, I think, will be very, very happy with P2 in this one. And the 3rd then has now got Zom all over him, but he's got no tyres to defend with here, so you imagine this is going to be a matter of when Zom goes by, not if. Got to be careful here not to give him a shove, but Glyn runs out of tyre down the S's, and through goes Zom into 3rd. How's Goose getting on? Oh my god. Oh god, it's like watching Pagani drive. He's already got no. Oh Goose, no. Backwards at the hairpin. Through goes Homer, through goes Andy, through goes Derek, through goes Royston, through goes Goy. Oh, it's all gone wrong for Goose. Get your traction on, mate. You're up to full and just literally just coast through the corners. Coast it through the corners. He's just going to put on a show at this point. Oh god. Round he goes again. It's not going well. It's not going well, unfortunately. Goose is tired. That Goose is cooked. That Goose is very definitely cooked. Untroubled by the goings on behind for his teammates. He has looked after his tyres superbly. He's rolled it back the last couple of laps, looking to the 150s, about 2 seconds off. He has, yeah. Lights ablaze then. And Fever Beaver is going to win race 1 tonight then, emphatically so. Controlled measured drive once again from the championship leader. He wins race 1. Odon, what a drive it has been for him. He's going to come through a very, very impressive P2. I think he'll be very happy with that one. Comes to the line. P2 for Odon. Zom then will get P3. Glyn's going to hold on for P4. I think he'll be very happy with that. So he's had no front tyre. He's just going to hold off that pack of Homer who's got to 5th. Andy 6th. Derek in 7th. Goy is going to be P8 then. Recovering after that first lap crash. Royston down to 9th at the end then. It's a shame for him. He was running 6th earlier on. I'm not sure what's happened to him. SBY is going to come through in 10th. So a drive there from him. It's Jonesy versus Nobby on a run to the line. And Josie getting to about 8,000 of a second ahead of Nobby Norris. Mikey is 13th. Still the price paid. Johnny Boy is going to be P14. He's had a quiet run there. Drama there on lap 6. Look at the 2:02. Lost him a big chunk of time. And somewhere in that tyre smoke is Sir Goose. Unfortunately, the soft tyres have not lasted on that Lamborghini. What could have been a 1-2-3 for Only Mans, unfortunately ends up with a first, a fourth, and a 15th. So Goose will have a lot of work to do in the next 2 races to try and get back there. Big shame for him there. It's a solid effort there, unfortunately. I think he had to battle too hard earlier on. Couldn't look after his tyres. And he ends up there in P15. Well, that was comprehensive as you like from Fever. Victory by 12.5 seconds then in the end. Fastest lap as well. It is the clean sweep from him. Odon comes through for P2. Great job from him. And Zom in third. Glyn salvages P4 by having no tyre left at the end there. Holding off the pack of Homo, who came through from last on the grid to fifth. What a drive from him on those hard tyres. Andy gets P6. Derek P7. Goy in P8. Then Royston in 9th. SBY finishing 10th. Jonesy 11th, Nobby in 12th, Mikey after a spin on lap 1 drops into the back, ends at 13th, Johnny Boy in 14th, and there the Goose we saw cooked his tyres well before the end of that one and unfortunately could not hold on, ends up P15. Right, so race 1 done. On to race 2 we go then, and that will be the grid will be as per the result from race 1. But those who had the soft tyre will now be on the mediums. Is anybody on the medium tyre going to run the softs in this one? And all the guys at the back, the Homer, look at the Homer and SBY. Is this going to be the race they run the medium tyres, or will they again run the hard tyres? Because they will be at the back once again. So Goose, despite finishing 15th, will start 13th in this one. And there's a sea lights collection there. Some gulls in there as well. What we got then? So Goose on the medium side now, of course. SBY's on the hards again. Derek's now on the soft tyre. Going on the mediums again. Fever on the mediums, obviously. Royston on the mediums. Nobby on the mediums this time. Goose on the mediums. Zombies on the softs again. Now he needs to change his tyres because he ran the softs in race 1. So Zom needs to change his tyres. Has he changed his tyres? That's the question. He has not. Zom is on the soft tyre again. Fever then flashing the lights. It's Fever and Odon on the right ones. Odon is on the soft tyre this time then, so watch for him. Trying to get a jump on Zom in third again. Expect a good start from him. Lights out, away we go. Oh, it's a poor start from Zom. Did he jump the start? Oh, Zom jumped the start, I think. So then into turn 1. Oh, there's chaos in the pack. Derek was sideways. He's been spat out. There's been chaos. Zom's got the pit. Then his medium tyre sliding around as tries to get here. Andy's up to third. Andy's had a great start there. Andy on the soft tyre. Just jumped up to third. Someone should have pitted, mate. Put out. So Erdon then on the attack. Then he needs to get Fever on this first lap while Fever's tyres are cooking up to temperature. Then no, Zom, not a restart. I don't think so, mate. I'm afraid. Oh, Andy drifting. The corner there's now Glyn all over him. Jones up to 5th then, he's had a good start. Going 6th, Mikey's up to 7th, Goose is up to 8th then from 13th, he's had a good start. 5-second penalty for Odon then. Still for Odon, sorry. SBY, sorry. 13th. Taking 40th there, having had that contact. We saw him sideways at the hairpin. Have to aim your frustrations with the lobby host. No, yeah, okay. Apologies if I like the mic. We were then holding on to the lead then. I don't think it's, unfortunately, it's not a restart thing, mate, I'm afraid. Just pitted, yeah, if it happens, they just pit at the end of the lap. Oh, Goy's had a drama somewhere, he's wide, dropping down the order. Goes Jonesy, Mikey and Goose. Still got race 3's on, still got race 3. Oh, Johnny Boy's got in hot there, Johnny Boy's in the wall. Oh dear me, it's gone horribly wrong then. But front feeder still leads. And he's gone all over him as he tries to get that first elusive victory at FTRL. Still can't believe he hasn't won a race, he's been so close on a number of occasions. Going on in third then, Glenn going on in fourth, and a big gap back. Look at this then, we've got Jonesy, Mikey, Goose. Oh, Goy up the inside, the 2 wide, they're going to try to make it 3 wide there. Mikey on the outside, there's a bit of contact there as it all pinches together in the tunnel. Goose and Goy still side by side as they go through that tricky chicane. That's impressive bit that way. Oh, who's that round in the background? Oh, it's Royston. Royston's gone round at the chicane. And Homer's waiting, so there being some contact there. And the 2 mates have come together. Goose has redressed. Mikey through there. With a little bit of a bump into the tunnel. Mikey then in the slipstream of Goy, who's in the slipstream of Jonesy. Jonesy defends the inside. Goy around the outside into the hairpin for turn 1. Holding the line there. Goy trying to sweep around the outside of him. And he's got the momentum off the corner. Oh, Jonesy gives Mikey a hip and shoulder and squeezes him inside there. What a battle between the 4 mid-engine cars this is. I'm just going to leave this battle for a second because there's been a change for the lead. Odon leads the way then. He has got through on Fever. Now, are his tyres going to last? And can he hold him off? And he's still in third, going with Glynn, going really well in 4th place still as well. Goy, Jones has been shuffled back to 8th somewhere as we've got away from the battle. So Mikey and Goose have both got through. Half-second penalty for Mikey. He will not serve it on this lap because it's too close to the penalty line. Put the wall there. Let's slow him up. Goose can have a run. Yeah, very much so and safe. Very much so. They did a good job in P4. Keeping Andy honest. And on those soft tyres then. So are the soft tyres on that BMW going to last? We'll then have an opportunity later on to come back at him. I know. Yeah, fortunately, I think it's one of those things. I think it's not really a lobby glitch as such. No, you're still on the reward screen. But don't forget there's race 3. You'll be on pole. Be on pole for race 3. Get back in the lobby. Still salvage something for that one. Yeah, if it happens, like just pit at the end of the lap and get back on get on the right tyre. Always race 3. Like the touring cars. Race 3. Pole position. Odon then has stretched his lead. To 1.3 seconds. And he's going faster still. I wasn't aware of that. So Odon leads, Fever giving chase, keeping him honest, but Odon driving well. Is this the one? Is this the one? Fever keeping him honest. Andy's still very much in there as well, using those using those soft tyres. Yep, and his tyres also looking very good so far. But of course, as the stint wears on, as the tyres become worn, you slide more, you wear more. So as we saw with Glyn and Goose, the last couple of laps, those tyres just drop off a cliff. The background, then Goy's now up to 5th. Then so, oh, Mikey's serving a penalty. Then there's a big penalty as well because he's really slowed down. So it was at least a second. And that gap, oh, in the background, Sean's offered some more. Oh dear. He's dropped away from Goy and back towards Goose and Jonesy, and now Derek, who's joined this battle as well. So he's recovered well after that spin. Yeah, and that one, of course, he's on the soft tyre as well. Those of the admin team can obviously post in the admin chat about what to do with Zom regarding race 3 and pole. So obviously the quit rule is there, but obviously he was on the wrong tyre, so somebody decide in there, please. Get that sorted now. Everybody knows what we're doing for race 3 then. Goose then has latched onto the back of Mikey. Just served that penalty. Mikey was on the soft tyres in this one. That explains why he's been able to pull away. Can he pull away again? And we saw Zom manage to get his tyres to the end fairly comfortably in race 1 on the softs. Goose though giving chase because Goose's tyres died a death. So as Mikey goes 2/10 purple. You can see there through that twisting section there. The soft tyre benefit there, pulling away from Goose now to the tune of 1.3 seconds. Jonesy holding off Derek well. Will be in 10th. Royster recovering in 11th. I saw him get tipped around by Homer Odon. He cut the wall there. There's Sean recovering after his spin, and then Homer. And he put in 14th up front. Odon still leads, but Fever is all over him still. Odon might have hoped he could just check out in this one. But Fever is matching him pace-wise, 48.8. And Fever, his fastest lap, 48.4 is Odon's fastest lap. He's pulling away then. But Fever will have the slipstream. Is Odon going to be able to break that though? Not quite. He is pulling away still. Yes, he's out of slipstream range. So Odon's run through the tunnel then. It was better. 48.8 from him, a 49 flat from Fever. Close back in under braking ever so slightly. Pressure is Odon. If you want a GT2 win, the one man you don't want behind you is this man, because he will not make a mistake. He will be relentless. However, he will be super clean. You do not have to worry about being dive bombed. Fever will only make clean, surgical passes. So it's up to Odon to not make a mistake then. He's going to be under some intense pressure. They've dropped Andy. He's 2.9 seconds back now. He's keeping a nice gap to Glyn though. 1.7 at the minute. Glyn driving really well. Very consistent times as well. Last 3 laps there, all within 0.3 of a second. So he's in a nice little group there. Somebody's kicked the barrier into the middle of the road there. It's not ideal. He's got a half-second penalty meanwhile in 5th, but he's got 2.7 seconds back to Mikey, who's once again dropped this group behind. It's Goose and Jonesy, who's now dropped Derek ever so slightly. He'll be in 10th. Royston in 11th. Homer's in 12th, then back ahead of SBY, the 2 hard tyre runners. And then Johnny Boy, we saw having a bit of a smash earlier on with the hairpin. Soft tyres. And this is the closest battle, and it's the one for the lead. All over the back of Odon, but Odon getting a really good launch out that corner using that soft tyre traction, but Fever is right there. And Goose has caught Andy as well in the background, look. And the BMW is not blessed with straight line speed. That GTR may not be the best car, but it's still quick in a straight line. And the slipstream as well, that BMW punches the big hole, not quite as big as the GTR behind it. It's going to be a decent hole then. Andy covers the racing line, Glyn to the inside for turn 1. Andy gives him a squeeze. And holds on there, but then goes deep at the hairpin. Glyn's not close enough to capitalise though. And holds on then. Omni-Man's on the attack. Fever attacking Odon. Glyn attacking Andy. Goy giving chase. Mikey closing in on the soft tyres. Goose then recovered nicely in this one then, from 13th to 7th. So he's losing ground to Odon in that battle for the AM Championship. Oh, Jonesy kicking at the dirt there through the S's. And a big old lift there, and that will give Derek some incentive to get back at him. He's going to go wide here with the dirty tyres. He does. Is Derek close enough? Not quite. Now all over him once again. He's now got to try and regroup, clean those tyres up. Derek on the soft tyres, we just have to worry, just manage those a little bit. Doing a good job then, like 7, there's plenty of tread left on those, so a good job of managing those tyres, but that means he will still be able to attack over the rest of this race. And further back, Nobby Norris coming into that corner sideways. Royston, Homer and SPY still circulating together. Johnny Boy a little bit further back, and oh dear, having a drama. We'll leave him to his dramas. Odin then over the bridge once more. Fever still right in his wheel tracks. Less than half a second back. He's had a good run of that tunnel and is just edging away still. Fever now starts to close with the slipstream. Keeping him honest, but making him work for it. At the minute though, doing enough to repel him. Great driving so far. Further back, the battle for P3 still rages on as well. Glyn got 4th in race 1. And his tyres now starting to look a little bit worse for wear, that front left tyre. You can see there through the S is just starting to struggle a little bit. Glyn though not going for anything stupid. He's working him over, putting the pressure on. The car continues to linger in the background in 5th. Might get on terms if they start battling. At the minute though, he's just a little bit out of touch. Mikey's tyres also starting to just go away ever so slightly now. Still on P6 there. Goose has got a half-second penalty behind him, so that will Goose has gone a bit deep there. He saves it again. Good car control there from him. Jonesy continues to hold off Derek as well. Derek's tyres also now looking very second-hand. Homer has got ahead of Royston, as has SBY. And Royston has a half-second penalty. Homer sideways to that corner. SBY doesn't need a second opportunity. Through he goes. Takes P11. And up front, Elon's tyres still looking in good nick. Gap is a whopping 0.6 of a second this lap. He's just pulled away a little bit in that final sector then. Fever just hanging on by the skin of his teeth to the slipstream, but has lost it again. So Odon is now no longer giving him the tow. Onto the penultimate lap. He's got 2 more laps to go. Are we going to see him claim that elusive first victory then? Fever closes up again around the hairpin though. Being honest, he's also doing a really good job to hold Glyn at arm's length. Down the hill we go. 0.6 of a second here as well. They're just about keeping it on the black stuff there through the S's. Good driving. Using all the track there nicely. Glyn closes into the hairpin though. Good driving from him there. Nice line. Gets down to half a second. He's closing in once again. Andy pulls away. Exit there. 1.8 seconds of the gap behind them. So Goy's taking about 0.9 of a second out of these two. Mikey is closing in as well. Goy there having a little bit of a wobble in the background. You just heard the scratches. Mikey hits the wall. His front left tyre starting to look very second hand. Though having served that penalty, has just dropped away ever so slightly now, so don't think he'll be challenging Mikey unless Mikey's tyre goes off that cliff on the final lap up front. Oh, we've got a challenge for the lead. Odo's trying to shut the door. He just has enough to shut the door on him. Fever goes around the outside there into the tunnel. Can he go all the way around the outside? He can. Fever leads into the chicane. Oh, Odon's resistance has been broken. Can he get a good exit now? He's had a tardy exit now as well. Oh, as Fever picked his pocket at the perfect time. Has Odon got anything left? He's had to pull him through the tunnel as well. He's lost slipstream. Oh, the mistakes that have crept in. Just when he didn't need it, he had one more lap. Oh, look at that, 3 seconds he lost off his best time on that lap. And the tyres are crying now. Has he got anything left for Fever on this last lap? He's still got some tyre on there. Glyn has got Andy meanwhile. As they come to the braking for turn 1. Oh, Andy comes in back down the insides. Retakes the place. Glyn's trying to switch back up the inside. Not quite close enough. It's all on then. 1.5 seconds. Fever has pulled the pin on the final lap. Odon. Oh, I'm gutted for him. Gutted for him on a personal level. As a team point of view, absolutely made up. Great job, Fever. Bang those points. Andy kicking the dirt. They're trying to do all the dirty taxes to hold off. Is he going to run wide though? Because he's got no front right tyre left. Glyn, they give him a little bit of a tap. Doesn't go for the move. And now Goy's there as well. Mikey's there as well, but he's got no front left tyre left either. It's all gone. No, hold on. He's 2 seconds back now. I think it's over. Andy trying to hold on. He's sliding there. Glyn's going to wait for him to get on the power because, oh, he's looking up the inside. And he's got no front left. How's your exit, Glyn? He's lighting the rear tyres up sideways. Run across the bridge. Andy covers the inside. Glyn's going to try the outside. We just saw Fever do this move. It can be done. He goes in. He's going to do it. Oh, what a move from Glyn. Oh, round the outside. What a move. His teammate did it a lap ago. He did it for the win. What a drive from Fever. He's picked the pocket of Odon at the cruelest time. Fever victorious. Odon. Oh, so unlucky second again. And there's a drag race to the line. And he's got to watch for Goy. Here comes Goy for 4th. Goy's going to get Andy as well. Oh, it's all gone wrong for Andy on the final lap. Then Glyn gets 3rd. What a move. What a drive from him. Goy gets 4th. Andy 5th. Mikey 6th. Goose is 7th. Jones is going to come home in P8. Oh, Odon. Gutted for you. Genuinely gutted for you. Derek gets P9. Novi Norris P10. SB White is going to prevail just. He's got a half-second penalty, then he will hold off Homer, who's 1.5 seconds back. 11th and 12th. Royston gets 13th. And Johnny Boy. Up for 223 on lap 7. And Deary B. Coming around there, that was cruel to watch there from Fever. Oh mate, I thought that was the one. I thought you'd done everything right. And then he had the audacity to go on the outside of you into the tunnel, into that tricky chicane, and then a lap later Glyn does exactly the same thing on Andy. Johnny Boy crosses the line, then P14 gets the personal best on the final lap there, so we'll finally get into the groove there. SPY is very happy to be done with the hard tyres. Yes, of course he'll be on the mediums in race 3, as will Homer. And the result then, it's cruel, but it's victory once again for Fever. Odon there forever. The bridesmaid, unfortunately, in P2. Glyn, stunning drive from him, picking Andy's pocket there on the final lap into the tunnel. And Goy then has the audacity to snatch P4 from Andy on the run to the line as well. Andy drove well in that one there. Did not deserve to lose that podium finish, but ends up in P5. Mikey gets P6 in that one. Goose coming through to P7. 8th for Jonesy, 9th for Derek, 10th for Nobby Norris. SBY gets P11, Homer P12, Royston P13, and Johnny Boy in 14th with Zom there, who, of course, we were discussing earlier, he started on the wrong tyres. Ended up a no finisher, but we'll be back for race 3. And that then leads us to race 3. And that will be our reverse grid racing, so it should be Zom on pole with Johnny Boy. Hopefully that has been discussed in the chat. There is something going on in that, so yeah, I'll assume that one's been sorted out then, and we await then for race 3. So the 2 drivers from GT1 or SBY and Homer will be on the mediums this side. They've run their 2 hard tyres, so they can be on the mediums of this one, so they should be a little bit more competitive. Those who have not yet run the soft tyre will now be on the soft tyre. So we should see a very competitive race at this time around. These races have been superb so far. What a battle that was in that one. Fever and Odon there. I mean, Odon drove superbly there under constant pressure from Fever, and Fever is one of the, if not the most consistent driver on the grid. So to be under that pressure for as long as he was in that one, it was superb to hang on there. But just Fever, I mean, it wasn't even a mistake from Odon there. Fever just pure drove around the outside of him, which was a hell of a move to do into that tunnel. Needed respect from both drivers. It was given. Could have tried to run him a little bit deep there, but he did not. So great respect shown from those two. And then Glyn, having seen that in the distance, decided, I'll have me some of that as well. Did exactly the same thing to Andy a lap later to snatch the podium. So great drive there from those three. Of course, they will be at the back. Well, they'll be towards the back this time. So Feber will be in 13th this time. Odon will be 12th. Glyn will start 11th. Then it is our final race of the evening. Of course, we're back tomorrow with GC1. We are here once again at Grand Valley Highway. So please join SBY and comms for that one then, as the GT1 circus kicks off once again. We will again have the F1 style qualifying, 3 sprint races for you as well. So while they're deliberating and sort the grid out for race 3. Listen to some Stuttgart Symphony in V8. So here's the hairpin. Then it goes a bit faster now with the quicker run through the tunnel. The left-hand side. And then we plunge down the S's here. Now it's very quick and dirty air here. This corner here, it's very easy to get pushed wide through the dirty air onto the gravel there on the left-hand side. That's on first one. Got brake nice and early there for the hairpin. Downhill drops away. Use the camber to hook yourself around onto the left hand side, then over to the right for this double. Again, using the camber, tuck into the first apex, run out to the outside. Back into the second apex, over the crest. Car gets light, flicks into the right, mind the wall on the left. The right hander again, nice and tight, and then down to second gear for the hairpin, throwing it in. We decided to go straight on because we're starting. So. Johnny Boy on pole then. So Johnny Boy on pole. Goy on the soft tyres. So we've got the soft tyres then. Jonesy. Just Jonesy and Goy on the soft tyre on this one then. And race C is away. It's a good start for the front row. Paul from Nobby Norris. Jonesy's had a good start. Feber's already got around the outside of Andy as well to run up towards turn 1. Oh, Feber on the dirt. Oh, contact. Oh, Josie's absolutely speared into the couple of people there. Who else was involved in that? Oh, somebody's got around. Oh, it's Feber. Feber's got around on the exit there. Somebody else got caught up in Josie's accident. Didn't see who it was. And he's gone for a big old send into the hairpin then on Zom. Glyn sideways. And Royston leads then from Goose, who's got through to second already. So great start from Sir Goose, and Goy on those soft tyres is up to third. So he's going to be the one to watch in this one, I think. He's a good pace tonight once again. We're don't really talk about Goy's improvement since he's been back in GT. He came main on Sport. Oh, in the background, Johnny Boy's been tipped sideways. There's contact in the field. Oh, and Andy's off now as well. Fever picking his way through. I think Johnny Boy might have just pinched him into the wall there as Fever tried to come through. So dramas then. The guys who were at the front, the last one, Fever and Andy, caught up in accidents, and Johnny Boy's had another shocker, unfortunately. Goose leads. They come out of the chicane. Al Goy's into the back of Royston there, and he might lose out to Derek. And he does. And then Mikey now in 5th. Glyn's up to 6th. Goose leads. And he's now at 9/10 of a second clear now. He's had good pace tonight as well. He's going to bounce back from that race one heartache. Goy's got back ahead of Derek. Then as he squeezes into the inside for the hairpin. Derek's going to come in tight there. A little bit of a love tap, I think. It's okay. And Mikey now attacking Derek as they run down the hill. But Derek cuts across the nose. Holds on to P4. Glyn just behind them. Goy now setting about trying to chase down Royston per second. The back in again there. Oh, Mikey's wide at the hairpin. Derek's stayed ahead. And there's where they're going for a position there, but Mikey overshot. He's lead up to 1.3. Royston now trying to hold off Goy, who's looking all kinds of racy. Yeah, that's what's touching on when. Oh, Goy up the inside. What a move. Catching Royston by surprise there. Half-second penalty for Derek, meanwhile. But Royston has held him off round the corner. Got the power down on the outside, then cuts across the inside, but then goes deep into the hairpin. Goy's going to try and cut back up the inside. He's got the grip, through he goes. Goy second. Derek with a half-second penalty. He's going to lose at least one, if not two, if not three places here. Maybe even more. Worst time to get a half-second penalty. Then Zom's through. Zom's now going for a move on Glyn. Wrong way. Leaning on him. Derek fighting back against SBY through the chicane. Oh, Zom's in the wall. He's lit the rear tyres up. In places then. Jones are recovering. Fevers up to 12th. He's ahead of Nobby Norris. Goose leads them by 1.6 seconds, but now Goy Carp is giving chase. 1/10 of a second separating them that time around. Mikey going for third ahead of Royston. Through he goes. And now fifth. SBY's in sixth, and it's Odon up to seventh. Making good progress as well. Derek down to 8th after serve that penalty. He's been big time then. Homer in 9th. Jonesy in 10th there after his first corner. Dramas. Zolmi, we just saw the end of him having a spin. At least a half spin. Nobby Fever. Andy recovering after his spin. And Johnny Boy. What's Goy got for Goose? These two battled it out last week for victory at high speed ring. He's giving chase again. Yeah, that's right, boys and girls, get weak at the knees. Goy Carp is chasing you down. Down to 1.2 seconds, and so he is now just starting to close in. So just keep an eye on managing those tyres, though. He needs to have enough to fight with when he gets there. Goose having a half-second penalty will help as well. He's not going to save it on this lap because he's only just got it. Now clearing third. A bit of a shocker so far tonight, so I think he'll be looking to try and bank himself a decent result in this one. Very good. Got P5, not last race with me, so 6, sorry. Oh, he's wide. Curse of the commentator nearly strike. Oh, SBY having a big tank slapper as well. Mikey's had a moment there coming out of the chicane though, and that's going to give Royston a run. That'll give Glyn a run as well. And we go out the tunnel then. Royston into the slipstream. Comes the GTR as well. Is Royston going to bump his teammate? He is. Glyn, however, will not pay him the same courtesy. However, they might just hold him off. They do. SBY's got a half-second penalty in there as well now. They're now creeping into contention as well. James in 8th. We've got Nobby. Zom Fever now up to 11th. And we're now 12th. Homer's dropped down to 13th. Derek's dropped down to 14th, so they've had some dramas there. And now back with Johnny Boy. Oh, Goose has now got a second penalty. That's a Goy Carp will take the lead. We've seen him struggle a little bit with penalties tonight. Track limits around here are very unforgiving at certain points of the track. And Goose is falling victim of that. And that's going to hand the lead of the race to Goy Carp. The battle for third rages on. He's got a half-second penalty as well, so he's going to drop back from Glyn, who's now attacking Royston. Oh, Glyn up the inside. Oh, what a move. Oh, no, Royston holds him off. Yeah, Glyn there sending it down the inside into the right-hander. He's had a good exit though, and he's going to use that straight line speed advantage of the GTR to get down the inside. And he's ahead as they get into the tunnel, so up to 4th for Glyn. He's at a 4th and a 3rd tonight already. Is he going to get himself another podium then? He's now got 2-second gap though back to Mikey to try and close down on. Goose has served his second penalty and got himself another half-second immediately on that final chicane. Goikop leads. Some likes in the chat, boys and girls, as well. If you haven't already liked the stream, please do so. I always forget to say in the middle of the stream. I always get at the end, but yeah, while I'm here, I've remembered. Like that stream. However you push that button, I don't care. Nose, fingers, toes. Left buttock. The dog. Cat's tail. However, push that like button. People said drifting into the S's there. It's spectacular to watch. There's the top 3 of the Mikey's 3 seconds off the lead, so top 3 covered by 3 seconds. SPY go for a move on Royston at the hairpin down the inside. Goes deep there. Royston switches back. Odon now is right there as well. 2 second places tonight already. Struggled to get one in this one. If he can get himself another top 5 result, I think he'll be very happy with his night's work despite that elusive victory. Continuing to just keep him at arm's length. SPY's had a good run off the hairpin there. He's going to go down the inside of Royston into the left-hander, gets to stop nicely on the apex, through he goes. And now Odon latches onto the back of him. And then in 8th, Nobby Norris has got Fever, who's now at 10th, make that 9th, or he says, prematurely. Now in 9th, side by side, along the bridge. Has the inside line, and through he goes. In 11th, giving chase on the P12 then. Not had the best run. He had a good start, but we saw him have a slide and he's not quite got back into that rhythm ever since. We're in 13th, Derek in 14th, Johnny Boy in 15th. Goy's lead is now 2.4 seconds then. And Goose, having served his half-second penalty, is now back with Mikey. So the battle for second is now on. Can he back Mikey into Glyn? Start battling. You never know. Mikey's got the hammer down there. Mikey has the fastest lap of the race of 48.5. And the guys in front and behind him, although Goose did serve a penalty on that last lap. And Mikey up the inside. Goose having to take a wider line though. They're not quite making the apexes as well as the Peugeot. A little bit of back jugger there as well. Meanwhile, Goikop leading the way. His tyres looking very healthy as well at the moment. Doing a good job managing those. 1.8 seconds he can... What have you missed, Dusty Puffer? Good evening. Thank you for joining us. About fucking time. You missed the Fever show somewhere. Oh, Mikey's gone. What you've missed, what you haven't missed, what we've all missed. Oh, Mikey's parked it up. He's got to wait for the cars to come through. And having got onto the back of Goose for P2, he's thrown it away because he wants his P11. Oh, he's going to let the rear tyres up again. It's all gone wrong. We're having a Mikey moment. Oh, he almost backs into Homer. And Glyn gets back on the podium. Goose is just for different. Goose comes off another half-second penalty. The Goikop will extend that lead again. That's your fault. That's your fault, Carl. You did that. You arrived and he spun. So I'm blaming that one on you. That was not me. The Goy leads. So Fever won race 1 convincingly. Race 2, Odon was leading the race, and then Fever picked his pocket on the penultimate lap into the tunnel at the end of the back straight and took the win. And Glyn did exactly the same thing to Andy for third later on. Yeah, that's what we've missed so far in this one. Goikop then on the soft tyres, leading the way. Goose giving chase, but keeps getting himself half-second penalty. He's now got 4 seconds back to Glyn though, who's in third, but got a rapidly approaching SBY in that Mercedes. had a few penalties tonight. Odon's picked his way through to 5th, and he's got ahead of Royston. Now in 6th, Jonesy in 7th. Beaver's up to 8th place now then. I'll be in 9th, Andy in 10th. Zom's in 11th, Homer's in 12th, Mikey's in 13th with a half-second penalty. Just for good measure. Derek not far behind him, those two will probably be battling shortly. Joe giving chase. Goose serves his penalty, so Goy's lead grows to 3 seconds. And he can go into tyre conservation, that's what I'm looking for. Conservation mode. Goose ringing the neck of that Lamborghini through this again. Everyone's going to get a penalty this time around though. 3 seconds back to Glynn, who's done a superb job tonight. 4th and 3rd so far. He's currently in P3 again. SBY giving chase though, and SBY who's had 2 races suffering on those hard tyres, now on the medium tyres, with everybody around him. He might fancy himself a podium here at the end as well. 3 laps to go. Odon is 5th as well. He's had 2 seconds and a 5th at the moment. Anyway, he's a tyre save mode 6 as well. He doesn't need fuel this week. Tyre save mode 6. Trying, Carl. Trying. Ooh, SBY's gone deep there at the hairpin. And that's giving Odon some incentive. Oh, and then Sean kicks up the dirt. Has he gone wide? He has. SBY kicks it all. He kicks the bales up now as well. A couple of cones as well. Good measure. Oh my God, where'd that come from? It's raining hay bales on Royston. As SBY skittles the track furniture. And they just saw him catch the... yes, it was. Anything that goes wrong here on out is definitely the fault of Justy Fossil, for those who need to blame him. So Mikey and SBY Carl did it. Royce and Josie and Fever then together. Josie on those soft tyres, a good start as well, but then had that massive shunt at turn when he hit Johnny Boy, and then I think he got hit from behind, hit somebody else and went off. He's recovered nicely to P7. Now, tyres look okay as well. So he should be free to attack to the end of this race. And Fever's got himself a half-second penalty. There's a rarity. Collector's item right there. Up to 9th, I'll be in tow. I've seen a lot of Nobby tonight. Unfortunately, it's not been one of his favourite tracks. Banking solid points in this one. Top 10 finish. He's going to make it 9th. He's closing on Andy. BMW, though we know, is very good on the brakes into turn 1. Going right up to the wall there. Andy was bottom half of that podium in race 2 with the soft tyres, just letting go at the end of him there. And we got 5th, back on the mediums in this one. Background Zom and Homer. Back in 13th, Derek just behind him. Derek a little bit down the road. Goykarp's lead was 3.5 seconds. It's now 1.7. Goose is on the charge again. It's now 1.5 seconds. Then so Goy's got 1.25 laps to go. Front right tyre not looking great, but that should see him round that last lap. But is he going to have enough to hold off a flying Goose? Looking to avoid a penalty here, which he has done. 1.5 seconds is the gap then. And that Lamborghini is quick. And he's closing ever so slightly. So run up the hill through the tunnel. Glynn is fairly comfortable in 3rd. Odon then now in 4th. He's had 2 seconds tonight. Is he going to make it a hat-trick of podiums? He's got 1.7 seconds to make up. SPY I think will settle for 5th. In 6th. Jones is trying to close him down. Fever 8th. Andy 9th. I'll be in 10th. Zom and Homer still going at it as well. He's had a good run here down the start finish straight. So I'm moving over to the right hand side of the cover, the inside for turn 1. Maybe they'll have the run up the hill, and he's going to clear him before they even get there. So that Mazda there demonstrating what a rapid speed it's got in a straight line at the minute. Definitely the car to have. In a lot of races where we've seen Biggles do unimaginable things in GT1. Tom Duval also putting in some great results, switch back occasionally. He's stunned us with it and then done silly things with it at other times. Up front, the gap is 9/10. Then Goy's tyres looking very second hand now. Then is Goose going to get there? He's flinging the back end in. Odon is not quite closing in. Fever's all over Jonesy as well for 7th. Fever on the outside again. Not yet. Go back to this lead battle. It's 0.4 of a second, and this is the point in the track where we saw Fever and Glynn put moves on. Goose wasn't quite close enough. Then into the final chicane we go. We're going to have a drag race to the line. Goes sled, goes wide, and Goose is through. Oh no, it's another last lap steal from Onlymans. And Sir Goose, whose first race went all kinds of wrong right at the death, makes it up at the last lap. Goy gets a half-second penalty as well for his trouble. It's victory for Sir Goose in race 3. Goy gets P2. Glynn with another P3. Great night from him. Odon gets P4. SBY is going to come across the line for P5. Royston versus Fever for P6. Royston holds him off. Josie weaving a hole of Andy. He's got a half-second penalty for 8th and 9th. Nobby Norris is going to be 10th. Homer then has picked Zom's pocket and gets 11th. Zom ends up P12. Mikey, we saw having a drama early on. Carl's fault, 13th for him. Derek gets P14. And Johnny Boy will round off the finishes, but that then makes it a hat-trick of wins for Onlymans tonight. And for the second race in a row, it was a penultimate lap when Fever picked Odon's pocket. This time it's Goose picking his teammate Goose picking Odon's teammate Goy's pocket on the last lap. 3 corners from home. It's cruel. It's cruel. Goy is being left the room. He's fuming. He's not fuming. He'll be fine. But he'll be gutted. And what a way to bounce back then. Goose on the line picks the pocket of Goy Carp then, who finishes 2nd. Glynn gets 3rd. Odon then was 4th, SBY 5th, Royston in 6th, Fever in 7th, Jonesy was 8th, Andy 9th, Nobby Norris gets P10, 11th place for Homer, 12th for Zom, 13th for Mikey, 14th for Derek, and 15th place for Johnny Boy. And that then was once again another outstanding night of GT2 racing action. These 15 drivers continue to deliver racing quality far beyond what you give them credit for, being the sort of second division. The racing here is often as good, if not better. The GT1 is a little bit more chaotic, but it's... No, it wasn't just. It's because Goy left the room. So he was at the bottom, but Goy was 2nd. No, it is Odon. Jadon's in Spain somewhere at the minute, I think. He's on his holidays, sunning himself. The slag. And there we have it then. Well, what a night once again from GT2. We get to do this all again tomorrow though with GT1, so please do join SBY at 8:30. He will guide you through the action. 3 races for GT1, exactly the same as tonight. 3 10-lap sprint races with the soft and the medium tyre available. And yeah, so that is then the end of our stream for tonight. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Thank you for those in the stream. If you haven't already liked the stream, please do so before you go. Thank you for all the comments. And please join SBY tomorrow, where the GT1 boys will try and top that action. But it's going to be hard to beat that. It's the sea lion there making his way into the sea. But from me for this evening, thank you very much. Good night.